the mindset, playing on their toes,
well,
that we typically seen. They've been doing more, counter punching and having a counter attack.
He was able to do that because Shane dropped that gap. If Shane had just been pumping that line through across there,
yes,
he would not have been able to walk across the field and shot Shane like
he
that.
had to. First, it was a great shot because he did it on the move, but he had to use his gun essentially as a walking bunker to put the pressure on Shane. But you're definitely correct. If Shane was established on that lane and just pumping paint through it, Kelly would not have
score is completely different. BlastCamp losing their first attacker on this side, maybe two, Maddie. Oh, dropping two and then getting a penalty. So 3 BlastCamp players coming off the break. 2 off eliminations, 1 off a penalty. John is still attacking on the drill side for BlastCamp, but it's a 5-on-2 situation
100!
here. Oh, CEP now losing their first player over there.
Hey, 100 orange!
4-on-2.
100 orange, Colin!
John gets eliminated. Oh, John did not get eliminated. CEP loses another player. BlastCamp losing another, so 3-on-1 now.
Money,
John in the center coming outside. Gets caught going outside now. CEP winning this first point with 2 bodies left alive, Matt.
Yeah, I just really loved how aggressive
Kill
CEP
5!
looked in that first match.
Kill 5!
With this blind layout, wondering the different tactics for different teams and how they were going to approach this strategically, and I really like what we're seeing early from CEP. Now, they did have a tie against Distortion, but they looked good. They looked good during that tie for the most part.
Yeah, always helps shooting 2 on the break and getting a penalty too.
It's a long day. A lot going on.
There's a lot going on. CEP, see if they can get that breakout again. I think if CEP can win the breakout, they have a chance to beat BlastCamp. But if BlastCamp can start winning these breakouts, oh, and BlastCamp drops 1 on the break. CEP with 5 alive. Although we do have a player over there on CEP with his gun on the ground, looking for a hit. Looks like he's okay. So 5-on-4 advantage here for CEP. Neither team in the 50 yet. As I say that, CEP attacks the 50 on the D side and moves up the center of the field. He gets caught and draws a penalty. 3-on-4 advantage now for BlastCamp. BlastCamp immediately attacks from the corner into this X50. Gets here, stands over the top. Doesn't draw any heat, so goes forward into the wing over here.
BlastCamp. Data point early here, so they need this one, making moves as Kyle comes through and...
just a little sloppy. I like his aggressiveness, just a little sloppy. CEP loses another player on the drill side, so 3-on-1 now with BlastCamp.
Yeah, he just didn't need to make that run through in that time. Saw the blood in the water a little bit too much.
Yep.
It still looks like they're going to get this one, but...
For sure, yeah, 3-on-1 still. CEP got to stay away from those penalties. BlastCamp caught one the first point. CEP caught one the second point. Really hard to win out here. Even harder when you're doing it down on bodies because of a penalty.
Yeah, but again, I think that type of move is a move that he probably wouldn't have made if he had 2 weekends on this layout, right?
Right.
It's just one of those. It's another one of those situations where guys are trying to figure this out here on this blind layout. They didn't have. No one was able to practice this field. So.
And he's not going to make that move in a 3-on-3, right? But if it's 5-on-3, you're like, yeah, I can play sloppy. BlastCamp again losing their first player. They shoot a guy but lose a guy. BlastCamp has lost a guy on the break every single point. CEP losing another guy and drawing the penalty. Yep, there it goes. So CEP drawing another penalty here, Matty.
Yeah,
only 2 players left alive.
Gonna kill you.
4-on-2 situation here. BlastCamp with a big advantage.
Yeah, that used to be over their side back in the day, and Demon has come back on him a little bit in this one, and they're going to lose another body from that inside lane.
Yeah,
and that's
John over here for BlastCamp. As soon as they figure out it's just one CEP player left alive, and he's in the Dorito corner, this point will be over pretty quickly, giving BlastCamp a 1-point advantage, but tons of time left in this match.
Yeah, there's still 12 minutes left to go. We're just getting things kicked off. John looking for those cross-field angles to close this one out. He has 2 players on that D side, and the concession is going to come with that last player dying out of the back corner bunker here for CEP. So we'll take a slight lead. 2-1 will be the score. We're not actually an insurance company, Rich. But,
Well, you know what? We're changing. CEP's got to avoid those yellow flags, Matt, if they want a chance to win this.
Yeah, that's definitely something to discuss.
They've had 3 points. They've had 2 penalties. And the 2 points they've lost 3 guys on this breakout. Wow.
Just down by 1, though.
Yep. Gonna be hard.
Maybe down by 2 here shortly.
It'll be hard if they can't figure these breakouts a little bit better. got to be real good to play 5-on-2 or 2-on-5.
Hey, the fire's on me.
Well,
BlastCamp
yeah,
falling to this 50.
yeah, they don't have
Hey,
any outside
downtown,
containment.
downtown.
They're stuck in the towers as BlastCamp now working their way up the field. Well, CEP tried to get out wide, and he does.
Great move. And if nobody saw him, he could easily get a kill. And then it's like, oh, they picked him up.
Well, I mean, he's just in a really tough spot here for CEP, feeling the pinch. BlastCamp with the bulk of their forces on that D side and in the center. Players here on the X side. They have one player in the X, but the other two bodies are in the back a little bit.
Yeah, and
I don't know if they know the count.
a lot of time left in this match.
Yeah, and if I'm BlastCamp, I'm completely content with slow roll on this
Right,
one.
because you're already up by 1 point. You're up by 3 bodies here or 2 bodies here, and you've got all the positions. The longer this point takes for you to win, the better it is.
Absolutely. So no reason. I'm not going to criticize these guys at all for chilling in the back.
They lost their first match, right? So margin might be an issue.
No, it's a tie.
Tie, that's right, sorry. Can't remember if they tied or 1 by 1.
Well, Rhodey runs to his death. Nothing he could really do in that situation other than a desperation run. And that is going to do it here as BlastCamp going to take a 2-point lead, burning a little bit of time off the clock.
Yeah, good job, BlastCamp. They shot 3 CEP guys on the break. No penalty that time. No excuse.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations that if you're going to lose the point, try to lose it fast.
Yeah.
So to give you enough time
When
to
if
come
you're a
back.
coach and you're down by points and you lose 3 guys in the break, you might want to think about conceding that.
Yeah, this game's not getting out of hand yet. It's a
No.
2-point spread, but you know, CEP, BlastCamp's just a little bit better right now, but you know, CEP had played aggressive in that first game in that tie against Distortion, who was also playing aggressive, but CEP was, I mean, they were going after it. So as long as they can play clean and continue that aggressive push, I think they can hang with BlastCamp here, but we will see, because BlastCamp's just shooting more bodies on the break right now.
You're right. At least 50%, right? At least split the points until one of them steps up.
Proves that they deserve that start. I mean, paintball is a very much what have you done for me lately sport. Now,
100%.
Carter's earned the start
100%.
in what he's done in the past 4 events. But yeah, I mean, the ML Kings are still just grinding their gears a bit on offense, but they look a little bit better in this one.
And maybe Carter's one of those guys who needs 70 spins, you know, to be able to play at the level that we're used to seeing him play.
200
I mean, he's still rather new, right?
Of course.
200
BlastCamp losing
inside.
that first player on the break match. Lost a guy going to the tower here on the X side. 5-on-4 advantage for CEP.
Yeah, could help out CEP. And CEP playing a little bit aggressive on that D side. They get out wide. He's going to get a little help. Got a bad guy. He's at the can.
I really like the way John's playing for BlastCamp, because he's been playing really well, but he's also been playing bow tapes, you know?
Yeah, he has. Makes him less scoutable. He does walk out to a ball, though, because
money,
CEP
200.
had taken some ground over there, and he didn't know that his opponent was up that far. So
Kill 2,
now CEP is at
200.
the 50-yard line, outside wide and contained on that D side. It's really going to help him out as they dive a body here into the X.
CEP with good penetration on both tapes. They've got 2 guys on both tapes, so they stacked up. They lose their first guy. They got a second guy that can immediately fill it. They got one in the back. Ooh, referee's running to check the corner for CEP. He is clean. 5-on-3 advantage here for CEP. Got to get another kill here. They missed that guy filling. Oh, they catch him on the overslide to the juice box. 2-on-5 advantage now for CEP.
Yeah, and CEP,
Kill the fire.
the sense of urgency, it doesn't really need to be there
Kill
too
the
much
Cobra.
with 8:40 on the clock. They should have this point sewed up.
Yeah, 5-on-1. I think they'll pull it out.
Yeah, and then there goes the last kill. So nice aggression starting on the D side early. BlastCamp did not know that body was there,
No,
so a
for
little
sure.
bit of communication drop there. That cost John his body. And then just really crisp moves up the field for CEP. So back on the board here with another one, making it a 1-point match. Doesn't look that bad.
It feels horrible.
But it just, the way they lost that game. They just didn't look like themselves in that one. And so
100%.
But they're looking a lot better now.
Yeah, they just didn't have that offense that they usually have. CEP looks like they might have survived this breakout, Matt. 5 alive for CEP, one of the first breakouts they've had where they had 5 alive. BlastCamp was 5 alive as well, so good breakout here for both teams.
Yeah, still a lot more time left in this one. 8:20 on the clock still, and just a 1-point spread, but BlastCamp pushing the issue on
Apples
the
cross,
D
Christian.
side.
John again making the first move up to those center 50s.
Denver, Apple,
And again, he's gone there
300,
from the Doritos, he's
Sierra.
gone there from the center can, and he's also gone on the X side of the field. Oh, big release. Gets one. Got 2.
Nice move, CEP.
Oh,
and
and
drawing the
red.
major penalty. So
that
penalties continuing to be a little bit of an issue here for CEP.
That came from pretty far away. Well, I think John might have got hurt up there. Hope he's all right.
I think that was Colin Cherry. Oh, that's not good for BlastCamp. Yeah, John is limping off right now, and he's been
lights out.
Big component of their offense. Oh, he's taking a little bit of a bend down too. Yeah, it's
seeing if it still works. Yeah, I guess it still works.
I mean, he's not really limping anymore. I think he's okay, but definitely something happened to him.
Yeah, maybe he's got his bell rung or something.
Yeah,
can't afford to lose him for sure.
I was gonna say not when.
BlastCamp up by 1. 7 minutes left in this game. 2-on-2 it looks like here, Matt. And CEP, if they can survive the breakout, if they can not get penalties, then they're really close with BlastCamp, right?
Yeah.
But if they get penalties or they don't win the breakout, then BlastCamp just runs them over. Oh yeah. 2-on-1 now. BlastCamp shoots the back left player, calls it. Only 1 player left alive for Dorito. Oh, and he gets looked like he got caught in the head there, but maybe not.
Look, he got scalped.
Oh yeah, he did get scalped. Okay. So BlastCamp going to win this point. Going to give him a 2-point lead with 6 minutes and 40+ seconds.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. I mean, I think if CEP could just play clean, what is that, 3 penalties for him now?
Yeah.
And one of them was a major. So, I mean, I think that was Colin Cherry that made that big run. It was a nice run. It's just one of those, a little too much, right? Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see what the line for the ML Kings. And they only have 6 bodies. I don't know if Betancourt's coming in late. Or I don't know if he's missing this whole tournament.
I don't think so
either. Yeah, I think he's gone, so. All right, 2-point spread here. See if BlastCamp can keep it going. 6:28 to go. CEP going to push the issue and get
5 alive for both spots, Matty.
Yeah. They get a body here in the X early for CEP. Look inside. It's the easiest spot to make in the X.
I like all the teams seem to agree universally that the back center is terrible because nobody's playing the back center.
Yeah, that D side's really it's been proving its worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
At least early on.
For sure.
Lots of points being decided on counter punches through this X though. All right, a body coming off out of the back though. CEP might be losing another one, and a penalty going to be assessed. That's going to pull out everyone from that D side.
CEP kills themselves with penalties.
Yeah, it's 4 penalties.
Every point they've lost, they've got penalties, except 1, I believe. BlastCamp now loses 2 players.
I killed the 300!
So it went from a 5-on-2 to a 3-on-2. Although it looks like they're going to lose this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this game looks like if CEP doesn't get 4 penalties.
Right. It's got to be a 1-point game, right? Either way.
Well, it's about to be a 3-point match.
But I'm saying if they didn't get all those penalties, it'd be much closer.
I feel like they've thrown away at least 3 on penalties.
For sure.
Yeah. They've had 4 total. Well, BlastCamp making the most of some gifts, though.
Hey, man. That's all you could do, right?
Yeah, just play it as it lies, man.
Not trying to be critical.
Well, it's tough when the rosters change so much. It's like who are your go-to guys? So even if you're getting tons of spins and other guys coming up from the divisional ranks, once they get to that pro level, as we well know, it's the reason it's the hardest league in the world. You never really know until you get to the tournaments.
Yep. CEP with 5 on the break alive. BlastCamp with 5 as well, Matty. Getting it checked out. Looks like he's okay. CEP down by 3 here. 5 minutes left. They certainly can come back in this match, but they need to mount some offense. BlastCamp losing the first attacker from the D side. CEP to the X on the tape over here, and the V at the same time. So controlling the center 2 key bunkers is CEP. They do have John trapped in that center can. Ooh, they should have caught him going across. Oh, they did catch him going across that gap. BlastCamp drops another, so CEP up by 2 bodies here, Matt, at a 5-on-3.
Yeah, John comes through looking around, begging for a penalty or something, not getting anything.
Christian, 100!
Not sure what he was complaining about, but gets his penalty.
Yeah, the penalty was assessed on CEP again. Penalty number 5.
Yeah.
Did they pull a body for that penalty?
They did.
Okay.
So heads up, CEP, if you're at practice, you might want to cheat a little less in practice because you guys are getting a penalty almost every point, and it's hurting your performance. And generally speaking, when you get a lot of penalties in tournaments, it's because you're playing a little bit loose in practice.
Well, they've thrown 3 points away because of penalties.
Minimum.
They're down by 3. Doesn't look like they're going to throw this one away necessarily. They still have 3 bodies left alive, and I think BlastCamp's down to, what, 1?
He got shot in his back, and he's trying to hide it. The CEP guy, he should get a penalty for this.
Oh, and a body for CEP's coming off
Wow,
of that 50.
and he gets away with it. Wow. Yeah,
So now
CEP's dirty, dirty.
It was a 3-on-1. Yeah. No, 2. There's another body left alive. Back corner.
2-on-2?
Yeah, 2-on-2. 2-on. Yeah, it was a 3-on-2 in favor of CEP. Now a 2-on-2.
Yeah, number 3 here for CEP got away with one. Oh, BlastCamp drops into player on the D corner. CEP is going to get this point. Only going to be down by 2 with a little bit more than 3 minutes left in this match, Maddie.
Yeah, that's still possible if they can play clean. I don't
think they can play clean. It's going to be whether or not refs can catch them or not. They got too many dudes playing too dirty to play clean.
Yeah, so they're going to get this one with what? Just under 3, 258, and 2-point spread. Again, I'm just wondering, if CEP doesn't get 5 penalties, what does this spread look like? I mean, they might have the lead.
Yeah, or it'd be a 1-point game, right?
Yeah, the story would be way different.
Yep, for sure.
When most of the teams out here are getting a couple or none, and you get 5 or 6, that's a problem.
Yeah, the problem isn't the refs.
Yeah.
BlastCamp tightening up their breakouts, struggling in that first match a little bit. Doing good on these breakouts here in this match. 5 alive again for BlastCamp. CEP attacking with one guy in each tape going to the 50, so one guy in the X here and one guy in the Y over there. Really good field position here for CEP early on in this point.
They do need to start pushing the issue, though, here with some of their back players getting in the game as well. A lot of times you'll see situations where the team at this moment will start playing like they just need 1 and not like they need 2. You have to pretend in your mind that you only have 1 minute and 30 seconds to work.
If you're down by 2, cut your time in half and win your first point in half the time. Or less, give yourself a little bit more time in the last point.
BlastCamp just chilling in some decent spots here, mostly in the backfield, just holding guns.
No reason to do
this lead.
Anything other than stay alive and shoot your gun.
John, after coming off what looked like maybe a little bit of an injury.
Yeah, I don't know if he should be making this move here, because with CEP in both of these spots, they can really cut down the field really well.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows that he's going to go through. Got to be careful.
Well, and that's how he got shot last game.
Yeah.
Doing the exact same thing. Last game he didn't run shooting, right?
And you got to know that, based on the situation, that CEP's if you don't know where all the bodies are and you don't see them walk off, they're probably going to be up in some decent spots. Little counterattack here, though, for BlastCamp. Runs down that body.
Oh, look, he got shot in the legs from across. There's 2 guys that have done that.
Whoever this is for BlastCamp. Oh, it's
number 12.
Jackson. So he saved this one here for him.
For sure.
Nice job by Jackson.
Jackson with a save.
That was a big move right there. A little 2-pack.
Yeah, and that's going to probably win that match for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the coffin nail. As just 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and now a 3-point spread. Question is going to be, CEP is going to take a loss. How big is the spread going to be? Can you do 3 minutes in 1 minute and 30?
Of course.
It's happened. It's very rare. Very rare, and you need a lot to go your way. You need BlastCamp to start getting penalties of their own, which I don't think, have we seen a penalty on BlastCamp today?
Not in this match, in the earlier matches.
Yeah.
Earlier match.
BlastCamp had a tie against the Titans. I can't remember if they got a penalty in that one.
I thought they got a penalty in that match. Because they had a breakout where 2 guys got shot, but 1 guy got pulled on a penalty, so they lost 3 on the break. Actually, that might have been the first point of this match. I can't remember now. It's only Friday, and it's already blended in.
So, yeah, CEP just going to now truly be forced to, if they want to try to win this one, because that's another question, too. Are you going to be content with this 3-point loss, or do you want to maybe run the risk
making
of
a higher margin,
of a 4-point loss by going into the flying V, where you just have 5 bodies running up the field to give yourselves any chance of winning? It's just tough morale-wise and for your soul to just accept that 3-point loss.
It's just for the soul.
Like, no, we got to go out fighting. And then sometimes your coach will be like, no, we're just going to take this 3-point loss. We can't, let's get one, because if you take a 4-point loss, you have to get a 4-point win just to get back even.
Yeah. And
as it stands now with that tie they had earlier, they're going to go, which was, again, even on the spread because it's a tie, then you go into this loss.
Negative whatever.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Mingo would like you to stop doing the webcast so that he can have his coins. Everybody at home, stop what you're doing because apparently somebody needs a coin.
I will give you your coin after we're not live while I'm talking about these other teams, Mingo.
CEP flying down the field. Referees are chasing him. So CEP dropping 3 on the break here, Maddie.
Not ideal, but it looks like they're still risking it. You know, they're trying it.
Yep. And the margin, let's just go. boys.
Yeah, and I think if they, I wouldn't want this game getting any further away than 4.
No, if you lose 3 guys in the break, it's probably, hey guys,
Hey,
let's just cross it up and try not to lose this point.
We tried. It didn't work.
Yeah, 5 on 2. Let's just try not to lose this point. That'll be a victory. And just nope, they're double.
Yeah, and then if I'm their coach, I'm going into this meeting after this, and I'm going to be asking some questions to all the guys that got penalties. Hey, did you feel that one? Oh, you did.
Did you know that once you get shot, you have to stop shooting other people?
Yeah, if you didn't, then all right, that's a different type of conversation we need to have. We still need you to have better body knowledge and presence of mind in that situation to be able to feel those hits.
Maybe wear less layers.
So
Yeah,
let's
BlastCamp
do
looking
it
real
here.
good at that point.
Yeah, BlastCamp. Oh, they're going to towel it. Okay. So still 22 seconds left, and if they toweled it, that means they're going to attempt to come out and try to score another point.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you pronounce the Y's, but
Why?
so yeah, 4-point spread. Could be a mercy rule win here for BlastCamp if CEP runs it in the guns. I mean, 13 or what was it? 15 seconds left? 20? We're about to find out.
Not enough. 21.
21.
CEP loses 2 on the break, man. Really struggling on the break, man. BlastCamp doing a really good job of laying in the field, controlling the field. CEP dropping another now. So CEP down to their standard 2 on 5. They shoot John, so 2 on 4. Still attacking, which I like. They do make it up to that 50. Fortunately, the game is over.
So that is going to do it here for this set.